Champions League and Europa League draws have been made. What chances do you now give all the English sides? And do you still think this new format is better or worse? It's boring, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. Transfer window shuts on Monday, and it's been a quiet one compared to ones in the past. What business do clubs still need to do? Why has it been so quiet? Is it simply PSR, or is there something else we're going to discuss? What business still has to happen. Big games on the weekend that we're going to look ahead to, including Liverpool versus Newcastle and Chelsea versus West Ham. Naughty London derby, that one. Plus, Piers Morgan has done his Arsenal Premier League all-time 11 with some surprise inclusions. We'll look at that. And we're going to keep you updated as to what's going on in the game in the Championship tonight. Bristol City take on a very good Derby County side. All right, this is Thank Footballers Friday on talkSPORT. Phone lines, as always, are open. 03717 223344. You can text us 81089. You can WhatsApp on the same number, 03717 223344. Mr. Jennings.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Fiddling around. You sorted? You're in?
No, I'm sorted. Sorry, I
okay.
had a slight headphone issue, but crisis averted.
Crisis averted. Good. Good weekend so far. Good week. Sorry.
Good week. Yeah, the week's not been too bad. No, not been too bad. Yeah, it's been.
Well, ask me about mine.
How was your week?
Good. I was in Morocco.
Oh, there we go. I wondered why you don't usually.
Hotel, 5-star hotel as well.
Oh, really?
Paddle court, gym, sauna.
You're not a paddle man.
No, I just looked at it.
No, you're not a paddle.
Took a photo of it, but didn't play it. Pretended I played it.
Yeah. Nice break.
Incredible.
Really?
Incredible. Really nice.
Just
Weather wasn't as what I expected. I don't know why. I just assumed it would be like 40 degrees.
Where were you? Marrakesh?
Marrakesh, 20 degrees.
Nice hotel?
Very.
Really? God, you're a man of style and substance.
You know me, Rory. Come on, you've known each other. What do you mean?
Stratford. The boy out of Stratford. The boy out of Stratford that I once knew.
Yeah,
Where did he go?
Change. He's the change man. Just like the boy out of Kilburn that I once knew. What's happened to you? What's happened to you? Champions League. The draws have been made for Champions League and the Europa League. Still all a bit of a mess, if I'm honest with you.
It's a weird format. This
Can we be honest about what happened before the show?
Go on.
Like our producer, Ollie Stevenson, had to sit us down and kind of tell us how it's all worked out, all the format.
Yeah, you do need a rocket science degree to now understand the permutations of Champions League football. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. There does seem to be like a massive overcomplication.
Yeah.
Like there was such an easy way. You know, sometimes when things are improved that just don't need to be improved. Yeah. The Champions League format that used to exist, you know, when you all played in a group, the top two go through, third place goes into the Europa League, fourth place is out. It made so much sense. You would end up with games that were dead rubbers. You would also end up with games that were phenomenal, like thrilling, full of jeopardy. You had both sorts. Exactly what you have in this new format. But this new format has been designed. People will lie to you. People will say that it's been designed for the furtherance of football. People will say that it's been designed to make competition better. But let's be totally honest. It's designed to do two things. Create more games of football, because that means more money.
Yep.
So you play 8 games rather than 6.
Yep.
And it's also been designed to create a safety net for the biggest teams. The biggest teams now very rarely drop out of the competition.
Yeah, it's almost, let's not forget all the hoo-ha around the European Super League, where even yourself went to Stamford Bridge to, to air your grievances.
Yeah.
It basically...
Petr Cech swore at me.
I saw that, yeah. You look like you wanted to chin.
Yeah. I'll always call Thibaut Courtois our best ever keeper now, simply because of that disrespect.
It's almost as though, all those teams have collectively come together and said, okay, look, this didn't happen, but let's just create this. So this is kind of give us a foolproof safety net of we will always make money because there's no way we're not going to make the 24 and get through to the next stage.
Yeah, well,
you have to be really, really bad not to make the top 24.
No, you will make it. This is the thing now. The way that it works, the biggest teams will make it through, and you can extract so much money from the competition because you now play 8 games.
Yeah,
8 games rather than 6. So that's so much more, isn't it? Oh. And there's another problem that has been like really highlighted this competition. And I don't say this with any sort of joy, but the English dominance. Like, that's not what football should be. No. English clubs,
agreed.
Particularly English clubs in turmoil. Tottenham Hotspur could sack their manager at any point. They've gone through as one of the best teams in Europe.
And not
Liverpool.
Liverpool could sack their manager. Like, literally, he's walking on thin ice. And we'll talk about Arne a bit later in the show, but he's walking on thin ice. And Liverpool could win this whole thing.
No, absolutely. But Tottenham are a great example to use, just to demonstrate the problems that we have. Like, the amount of money sloshing around the Premier League really does create a situation now where you have almost total dominance of Premier League teams. And I don't think that's a good thing. Like, when I was a kid growing up, I loved the fact that Marseille was seen as being this this unbelievable force in Europe. You know,
So when
Marseille
you went there,
Jean-Pierre Papin,
Oh, yeah.
Chris Waddle went out to play there.
Yeah.
They were seen as being like
Agreed.
a top team. Partizan Belgrade, Benfica. These teams now, they can't get a foothold in Europe. Ajax, the great Ajax
even
team
like
in 95.
Dynamo Kiev.
I know.
Remember, like Dynamo
Yeah,
Kiev
Rebrov and
Shevchenko up front. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
they
this
beat
is going to
Arsenal,
be
didn't
hard.
they?
Yeah, this is going to be difficult. It's cold there. It's going to be hard. The fans, it's going to be difficult. I mean, now Forest could go there and do them.
Yeah, no, it would.
Forest could go there and do
It gets to
them.
the stage now where if a Premier League team are playing European opposition, basically that Premier League team should win the game.
Doesn't mean
That's
they're
not a
going to
good
win
thing.
the tournament, though, does it? That's the issue, isn't it? I mean, I say that issue. That's the good thing, that there are still 4 behemoths, if you like. Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Still floating around. That if you
Yeah.
get one of those,
Yeah.
you still expect the English side to struggle.
Yes, but what you have is you basically have no representative from Serie A really,
No.
and one representative from the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So it's not Frankfurt.
No.
You know, Tottenham have done them.
Yeah.
It's not Borussia Dortmund. Tottenham have done them. Yeah, Bayern Munich are a force. Bayern Munich are capable of beating anyone. Bayern Munich are capable of winning the tournament. But it's one.
It's crazy, isn't
It's
it?
one. Like when I was a kid, Chelsea won a European competition. We played Stuttgart in the final.
Mate, I remember how difficult it was going to certain Dutch clubs.
Yeah, mate.
Like, if you're going to PSV, forget Ajax.
If you're going to Rotterdam, yeah,
forget that. You know what I mean? You knew this was a tough away game.
Absolutely.
Not anymore. All right, let's hear it from our European football expert, Kevin Hatchard. He joined H&J to react to today's European playoffs.
Karabakh, people will look at the fact that they've just been absolutely hammered at Anfield and think that this is an easy tie. I wouldn't necessarily see it that way. Chelsea found it tough going over there, only drew 2-2. I think Newcastle will look at it and think they'd have probably preferred Monaco, because Monaco are having an absolute nightmare at the moment. Domestically, they're in really bad form and they're pretty banged up, got lots of injuries. Karabakh are beatable, of course. They don't have a huge amount of experience in this competition, but it's about going out there and making no mistakes.
He's fantastic, isn't he? Kevin Hatchard. He just, I mean, he'll tell you about the Romanian second division. That's just on the fly, just like that. He was talking about Karabakh there. Obviously, Karabakh versus Newcastle in the knockout playoff game. That's such a very good draw that is for Newcastle, isn't it? I mean, look, don't judge Karabakh on the fact they got beat 6-0 by Liverpool. They're a decent side, but Newcastle will be looking at and licking their lips.
Yeah, of course, Newcastle will beat them home and away. Of course they will.
Yeah.
Like Newcastle have got to be over the moon with that draw. But then it gets very intense. Straight after that, like, whatever you think of this format, the competition really, particularly for English clubs,
Round of
starts
16, it
next.
gets nasty.
Yeah, it starts now.
Yeah, round of 16, you can play anyone. Like you boys, Chelsea could play Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain play Monaco.
Yeah.
You expect Paris Saint-Germain to go through. You could play Paris Saint-Germain in the round of 16.
Yeah, no, there is a formality. There is a formality to the group stages. Because ultimately there is a safety net that means there's no jeopardy. Like, you know the Man City game, when Man City played Galatasaray. On some level, that was a
In front of
must-win.
30,000.
I
Just
know.
saying. No dig. I'm just saying. Champions League game in front of 30,000.
I thought that was weird as well.
Not weird. It's horrendous.
It's bad, isn't it?
Horrendous.
You've also got to think, Galatasaray would have taken a lot of fans to that.
Of course, massive fan base.
They would have had a lot of fans at the home end.
Yeah, even just the fan. Forget the Turkish fans that would have flown over. Galatasaray
In London.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have just gone up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
But no, that game's a good example of why this group stage, the way that it is now, isn't really about jeopardy. Because in theory, that game that Man City played against Galatasaray should be a make or break. Man City fans should have been like clucking for tickets, desperate to get them, because ultimately the game meant everything. But because of the safety net of this playoff, it didn't really mean anything. Man City fans could go, do you know what? Even if it goes wrong against Galatasaray, we're going to go into a playoff that we'll probably win anyway.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. Like, I don't really understand. Well, I do exactly understand why this has happened. It's happened in order to make the game more profitable. I just don't understand why people pretend that it's for other reasons.
That's what I don't like. I started to get quite a few messages because I've been very hard on this new format, and some people obviously look, Addy, calm down. You know, it's not everything that was better in your day, but I still think it was better. And everyone started telling me about, look at the Real Madrid Benfica game because Benfica scored in the last minute with a goalkeeper head. I'm like, well, yeah. You had that in the old format as well.
That doesn't change in.
Yeah, no, that doesn't change.
And do you know what? I know this is more
Great header,
controversial.
though. Great
right?
header.
Where do you sit on this one, Addy? This one's a bit more controversial. I quite liked Champions League teams dropping into the Europa League. It made the Europa League. It made the Europa League more prestigious.
I didn't.
It made it more prestigious. It's a better trophy.
Yeah,
I think the Europa League now, like the trophy that Tottenham won last year, I'm not taking anything away. You win European silverware, you beat Man United in the final. Amazing day for Tottenham. But they played Bodo Glimt in the semi-final, man. Like, that trophy, it used to be serious clubs in it. It used to be like really serious clubs.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's got to the stage where you think whatever English club are in it, they should probably be winning it.
I just don't like the idea of getting knocked out, being really poor
Yeah.
in a tournament, and then getting this chance to win another one. And the Europa League is a big trophy.
It's less
It's a
big
big
now,
trophy. It's a
though.
less big one. But teams in Europe, we don't view it as being big for some reason. We're quite sneery to it. Teams in Europe still view it as a big trophy to win.
But the problem that you have, because now the 5th spot has gone to the Champions League. So before 5th used to be Europa League. So the Europa League has been diluted because the big teams from the Champions League aren't dropping into it. It's then been diluted again because the team that finishes 5th is in the Champions League. So you're getting a weaker quality team in the Europa League.
Much weaker.
I feel like ultimately the Europa League is being diluted. I do, though, understand that it's a messy argument because I don't really know where I sit on it, because I agree with what you've said as well. The Europa League is a prestigious tournament in itself. It shouldn't be seen as being a booby prize for not succeeding in the Champions League.
Can you see a world in which the Premier League has become so big? Remember when we were growing up, it was a top 2, then it became a big 4. Now it's a big 6. I almost feel like it's going to be a big 8 soon.
Yeah.
To the point where the big 8 are going to all want to play Champions League football. Can you see a situation where the Europa League becomes the Conference League and the Champions League just expands?
The Champions
like
League
what they're
does
doing
what
with
the World Cup has done.
Yeah, basically
The
like
Champions
that.
League does what the World
you
Cup
almost
has
seeing the
done.
Champions League being
Yeah.
even bigger, and the Conference League's almost just thrown away.
Basically, everyone gets one. It's like a provisional driving license. Everyone can have one.
Yeah.
Everyone can have it. You
Just
just
because the
apply.
Premier League's
Yeah.
become so big.
Yeah, I see a world where that can happen, because your definition of the Big 6 probably doesn't exist anymore anyway. Aston Villa are part of it now. Tottenham are part of it. It becomes a 7 at least.
Yeah. Who's going to win it?
The Champions League in its entirety. I desperately hope not Arsenal. Arsenal seem to be everybody's favourites. I think. I mean, look, you've got to go an English side. An English side
Why
is a
have you got to
safe
go
bet.
English side?
Well, because there's 5 already through.
Okay. Just to the numbers.
No, law of averages.
Bayern Munich, innit?
But the thing is with Bayern Munich, and I know we have an example of this last year with Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain absolutely battered by Arsenal. They then knocked Arsenal out of the competition. But Bayern Munich did get beat convincingly by Arsenal this tournament. But I do agree that Bayern Munich in a semi-final, they could come
They've
alive.
almost started to come hot.
Harry Kane
Arsenal
is the
got
best.
them early. They're starting to come good now, aren't they?